you know, like in those moments when you start putting people in their places, it's a great thing. But every now and then, it's like good to go in there and kind of reevaluate to see like how, like what's their scorecard. I mean, it depends on how you run your business too. Some people are more in touch with that stuff like on a daily basis. So we do like a lot of, we do weekly like KPIs, key performance indicators with our teams, but they're all from like a financial aspect.
Okay.
Like you can't look on paper really and see like what's the culture of your restaurant, what's the attitude, what's the mood. You got to get in there and like. And at Circa, I just needed like a realignment a little bit. So I've been back in there. The food was going out good. The customer experience was still really good. I was getting really good feedback on the service staff and all the things. But just there was some stuff on the backside that just needed to be. So that's what I've been doing. That's like 4 weeks. So it's taking me out of my office and putting me back in the kitchen. But that's good.
Well, like you said, a lot of things aren't quantifiable either.
Yep. We just hired a new chef who we're going to bring on as an interim at Circa, and then once he kind of gets up to speed, I think he'll move more into like a corporate chef role.
Yeah.
And then I'll hire another chef for Circa. Because Circa's been built over the last 15 years, so I'm not looking for somebody to come in there and like reinvent the wheel. I just need someone to take the wheel.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so having multiple business right at the same time, I'm pretty sure I've asked you this before, but like, what allows you to give the same amount of attention to everything and make sure everything's running as according to plan? Without getting overwhelmed.
You can't really give the same amount of attention to everything.
Yeah.
You just gotta, but the big thing is to put in like system and processes, and then check, and then when one of your systems or processes like breaks down, you gotta figure out why.
Yeah.
So that's all it is.
Yeah.
Check-ins. I mean, you got managers in place. It's not like each restaurant's left to run itself.
Exactly.
You got people in charge. So instead of me getting to the nuts and bolts of every single thing at every restaurant, I just go see what the manager's up to. And then kind of give direction from there.
So it's important to have a good team. And reliable people, and
as you grow,
people that are extensions, because you say everyone wants to have multiple versions of you, but you can have extensions of you in a way that definitely helps.
Yeah, mandatory. You got to.
Yeah.
So we have a really good team, but still things happen. But I mean, just as the originator, it's that curiosity builds up, and you want to go like get a real good like snapshot of what's going on there.
Yeah.
And then make adjustments.
In that aspect, what's the importance of like building culture within your business and your brand?
Yeah, well, you gotta think of culture like this. Like if you don't build a culture or like got a culture culture will build itself. So it's one of the things that's gonna happen. So then, if you don't drive that, then it'll form itself, and you may or may not be okay with it.
Yeah.
Some of it you might be. But imagine you're trying to grow your barbershop, right? And, you've busted your ass for years to build it to where it needs to be. And you put so you got 8 chairs in there, 5 chairs in there, 4 chairs in there.
Yeah.
And, you've opened up another shop and you got a manager in there and, and you close at 5 o'clock. And, you see one of your buddies on the street, you go, hey, man, I went to your shop at 4:45 and y'all were closed. What's up? And you're like, wait a minute, I used to, I close at 5, but I used to stay till 5:30, like cutting, you know what I mean? Like, that's part of your culture. Like, you want all your people to dip out early and close up shop as soon as possible, or is the culture to cut hair and beards and to give that guest experience?
Yeah.
To be there when they, or is all your people sitting around just watching the clock, right, ready to get the hell out of there? I mean, that's like a small example, but that's just like the culture. Like, what's going on in the store?
Yes.
Is everybody sitting around talking about, dick and fart jokes, or you guys talking about the stock market, or y'all talking about family? Like, what's the culture?
Yeah.
If you don't set expectations and drive that, then you don't ever know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So like, it's all part of it.
For sure. And definitely from what I'm very young in the game, but from what I've seen, it starts from the top down, man.
Oh, of course.
Starts from the top down. You got to lead by example at the very beginning stages for sure, to start cultivating that culture within your business. So then people see what you're doing, see the effort that you're putting in, things you're talking about, things you're reading, listening to, watching, filling your mind with, and what your dreams, aspirations, or goals are. It's a lot more likely for them to want to follow if they see you doing that, as opposed to if you're the owner that's, hey, it's a little slow, 4:45, let's go ahead and close down. Or, you know, you're over here talking crazy and not focused on the things that matter.
Okay. You know, like I have multiple different brands, so I gotta have different cultures for all my brands.
Yeah, that's true too.
So there's some things that, you know, from a hospitality standpoint, like just of my 81 hospitality, is overlying in all my restaurants. And then, you know, each restaurant has its own unique piece. You haven't been to Prime yet, have you?
No.
So it's like really upscale.
Yeah.
So like to take Dank's flavor and put it there wouldn't make sense.
Exactly.
And then to take Prime's flavor and put it at Dank wouldn't make sense. So you got to understand that they're individually unique, but at the end of the day, at the root of it, the goals and ideas are the same, right? The customer experience, we want to make you happy, we want to send the best food possible. Yeah, even though our food's different, we still want it to be the best that it can be.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta manage that.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it too, because like you said, like each one of your brands is uniquely different, but it's all part of the same machine.
So, yeah, you get there, man. It's just connecting dots.
Yeah, for sure. So you guys, Greenville, I saw the pictures on Facebook. The graffiti was done and it looks sharp, man. Yeah. Did y'all build that building from the ground up, or?
So, I mean, we didn't build it, but it's like a 3-unit shopping center.
Yeah.
There's a Dunkin' Donuts on one side.
Okay.
There's a nail salon in the middle, and then we're on the end.
Okay, nice.
Yep. But it is nice.
Yeah, that's exciting, man. What's the game plan on that, timetable wise?
In the September.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're close. They're rocking and rolling.
That's awesome. So with Dank, I mean, you went food truck to franchise. Was that always your game plan when you started? Because I feel like all entrepreneurs got to be dreamers too, and like have those long-term goals. Is that something you envisioned from the get-go, or is it just kind of something that fell into place and then you just continue to invest into and push into as you saw the success?
Yeah, probably that second part of that.
Okay.
I mean, you know, we started with a food truck, so the expectation was real low.
Yeah.
It actually just was funsies for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started that in 2014. I was pretty early. I mean, I started Circa in 2010, so I built the truck in 2014. So I'd been in business 4 years for myself. I wasn't like brand new to the game, but you know, I was still pretty new in comparison to what we have now.
Yeah.
And the expectation was just to have there was 2 expectations tied to the truck. One was I wanted to use it to do offsite caterings, because we were doing a lot of catering. It's kind of a pain to lug all that crap around the county and do catering. So I said, look, if I got a kitchen, I can go cook on site and make things a lot easier and fresher and better. So that was one piece. And then the other piece was like, well, I got a truck that I'm building out. Let's make it like a food truck that we can service the streets with.
Yeah.
So it was dual purpose at the beginning. And then the food truck just did really well and took off.
Just one thing happened after another. Yeah. Well, it's such a unique brand, man.
It is. It's a fun project. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to like. It's fun, man. It's a little like urban. It's a little like counterculture. Like you can kind of say and do what you want a little bit. Like you don't. Especially coming out of Circa. Circa was like not fine dining, but it was like very proper. You had to accommodate everybody the best you could, and it wasn't that we don't want to accommodate people, but man, sometimes people's asks are unreasonable and just stupid.
Yeah.
And it's like, I remember one time I was on the Dank truck, and we had like 60 people in line, and there was a guy about 5 people back, and he was on his phone, and the line was moving, and he was on his phone, and so many people in line. Took an order, and he was up, and he wouldn't get off his phone. So I told him, said, you need to get in the back of the line. I kicked him out of line. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're busy rocking and rolling, and he was like being rude on his phone. Like, no one need. But like, I would never do that at Circa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was like, dude, you need to get off the phone or get in the back of the line. And I guess he wasn't done talking. And it was just one of those moments where it's like, I just say what I want.
When you go back to like different cultures.
Yeah, because it was like, man, everybody was busy. We're trying to get the work done. We're trying to get everybody fed, and it was you ain't here holding stuff up.
Yeah.
But it's just But there's also a story where Robert was had the food truck out at an event. And he was on his way back to the restaurant, and somebody flagged him down in Moorhead, and he pulled over. And they're like, man, you got any food left? And he had put all the food up in the refrigerator on the truck.
Yeah.
And in that moment, he could have just been like, yeah, man, we're like done. Everything's put up. And he pulled over and made him some food.
That's dope, man.
So that's the culture. Like, yeah, we can do it. I like to say, as long as it's legal, ethical, and morals, we'll figure it out.
And that's good, that hustler mindset too. That goal's just being built there. So I don't know if he was by himself that day, but anyone else saw that.
He was. Or he might have some, I think he was by himself, but still it's like, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no different than someone coming in here right at 5:59 or before we close, instead of being like, I don't know, we're about to shut down last one for the day. It's like, come on, I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't know what that one person can bring you to. That one person might bring you 100 more people down the road.
Or they might be a one and done, you never see them again, but it don't matter. It's like doing what you're built to do. Like, I got you. For the longest time, when I was at Circa full time, I used to close at 9:07.
Okay.
Instead of 9 o'clock. It would drive everybody crazy because I'm like, look, what if they're trying to get here at 9 o'clock and they get stuck at a stoplight?
Yeah, it's true.
And well, it made me mad one time because one of my servers turned somebody away. This was like early on my hostess. But I was like, look, I said, you know how much money I spent a year on marketing? Tens of thousands of dollars. I said, what if one of my marketing pieces hit this person, and that was the reason why they came to my store, my restaurant, and then I just turned them away. So I just spent money to tell people about myself and my store. It worked. It brought them to my store. Yeah, they were a little late, but now I'm gonna tell them I can't do what they came to get done.
Yeah,
that's stupid. I'm wasting my money.
And how does that look to the consumer at that point as well?
Yeah, but I'm just there. How does it look to me? That's dumb. Spending all this money on marketing, it worked, and now we're not closing the booths.
Yeah,
dumb.
No, that's very true. Because you want to make sure your investments are worthwhile too.
Exactly.
When you're at the top, you're putting your hard-earned money into it. And if you don't see it being fulfilled, man, because someone's ready to go home, that's definitely something that's
I get it, like
conversation worthy.
And there's moments where like we get our butts kicked and we're tired. Sundays are long days for us because we do brunch at Circa.
Yeah.
And we're boys, we work hard in the morning and then we got to turn around and do it at night. So, I get it. Like, if someone comes in at 9:30 and we're closed at 9, like, that's a different conversation. But, somebody comes in at 8:50 and you're out there sucking your teeth, like, we're still open.
Yeah.
Get them fed.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite thing to be doing right now? No. But, like, you live to fight another day.
Exactly. And, yeah, like I was saying earlier, if someone comes at 5:59, that's within even if it takes them 30 minutes to do the haircut, you're within store hours. It's not necessarily their fault that you want to go home.
Exactly.
Not necessarily their fault, man.
Yeah, but if you want to be out the door at 9, close at 8:30.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
it's very true.
But then they got something to say about that too. It's funny, man. It's just tough. It's hard to win.
It is, and you also got to have those boundaries with your customers, your clients too. So not taking advantage of your business all the time. But
but at the end of the day, they pay the bills.
Yeah,
and I'm never. the customer is not always right, but they're still your customer.
You want to keep them happy.
Yeah, exactly. They can be wrong as shit, but like they're still your customer.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember days. I still have days where I'm like, I wish I had more customers. Yeah. So if you wish for more, you got to take care of the ones you got. That's what I say in food, man. Especially the vacationers. It's weird because think about it. I don't know. Maybe you and your wife, maybe you travel to like whatever, say the mountains or wherever you go, whatever your thing is. Like, and you go there because you like it, and you go there because it's starting to like feel familiar to you, and you starting to build kind of a sense of belonging in that market, right? So like people in Raleigh, they come down to the beach all the time, but maybe they only come down like once a year. That's their vacation time.
Eric, how are you?
And people eat in cycles. Yeah, this is how it is. Think about it. People come out here from Raleigh. Like one night they eat it wherever, Circa. One night they eat it Amos. One night they eat it Mexican. One night they order pizza. One night they eat leftover. Like, so when people get excited about where they're looking for. Think about when you go on vacation. You're like looking at restaurants. Where am I going to go eat? What
Oh yeah.
But to break somebody's habit in that cycle of what they're used to is a big deal. So you get the opportunity to serve them, like you gotta serve them.
Yeah, and then
it's funny, man. Yesterday I went to Circa and ate at the bar for brunch, and I met a couple from Emerald Isle. They live in Tucson, but they've been coming to Emerald Isle for 30 years. I'm like, that's a long ass way.
It is
to come all the way across the country and go to the beach, but they love it, and they found Circa last year.
Okay.
Well, this is my 15th year there, so it took me It took them 14 years to find me.
Yeah.
And they loved it, and they were back this year, which is cool. And then I got to sit there and talk to them for a while, and I don't like come out with like I'm the owner, but it comes out after about 30 minutes because I can't help it. And so then we start talking about Prime and all the new restaurants, and they're excited.
Yeah.
So like it's just kind of those are kind of some cool moments too.
That is cool. That's cool that you mentioned too. They've been coming here for 15 years. They found out about you last year.
Yeah, but like that's why I asked them. So where do you guys like to eat when you're here? And they're like telling me, they got a Cribsy. They like there's a new restaurant in Merrell, the Fish Hut. They like a couple other places. But they found us, and then I told them about Dank's, Such Q, and Prime, and now they're like, oh, we got some new restaurants to try, and we met you, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So they're excited, but like people eat in cycles.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and then you have the opportunity with having different spots to be a part of each cycle if you want to, too. Just keep them in the family.
Exactly. So, you never know where they're coming from.
Yeah. It's crazy how many people, know about this area from all over the country. So it's really neat to see and get to know, people's backstories for why they come here, because it really is a smaller area, very tight-knit area, which is growing. It's a hidden gem that people find out about.
Well, I was talking to a guy, he's clearly retired. He gave me his business card that said retired on it, and it had some business, and I was like, what is that? And it's a company that's it's a Fortune 500 company that he started. Okay. Yeah, he's the president.
That's cool.
I was like, how long you been there? He said, I founded it. I'm like, nice.
Wow.
You think that dude's got connections? So we exchanged numbers, and then he texted me awesome. Thanking me for brunch and recommendations, and who knows where that could go.
Yeah. It's important to treat people right, man, because you never know who you're talking to.
And it's called relationship capital.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah, all businesses are relationship businesses, relationship based. If you're not good at building relationships and good with people, it's going to be tough for you to grow and scale in the way that you want to.
Yeah, right now, I spend probably, I hate to even say it, I don't even know, man. I probably spend $35,000, $40,000 a year on personal growth stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're not investing in yourself, man. You can't invest in the business that you're running. That's a big emphasis of mine. Always just keeping my mind sharper and growing. And as a barber, too, I'm building relationships and having, valuable conversations with people. So if I'm not constantly growing and expanding my mind and maturing. How can I be there for these people that rely on me, not just for a haircut, but for a good conversation, for advice? Like I'm a uncertified therapist to some people, and if I'm not being intentional with how I'm training my mind, I can let other people down.
That's right.
Yeah, unlicensed therapy, for real. Especially with men, because a lot of men aren't comfortable with maybe sitting down with a therapist or a counselor, but they'll unload it on their barber.
Yeah.
So you gotta be able to absorb that and have those conversations and relate and be understanding and maybe give them some good advice here and there. I've had some real heart-to-heart conversations with people that could have potentially, impacted that person's life in a very positive way. If I'm not ready for that, I'm not equipping myself mentally and growing mentally, I'm not going to be available.
The Dracula side like a bartender.
And that's true. That's true.
You get the real stuff.
Yeah. Bartenders and barbers, they're both unlicensed therapists right there.
Keep check everything out on it, brother.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's that. Not that all.
That's good.
Perfect. Yeah, that's cool, man. Man, what's up with Sign Wars, dude? What's up with Sign Wars?
It was.
It's stupid.
Followed that line for a year.
Yeah, I was talking shit with Jeff. It was his birthday, July 18th, which is my brother's birthday as well.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm a sucker for reading signs.
Oh yeah.
And it said happy birthday, Jeff. And I just kept saying it, and like it was almost a month.
Yeah.
I'm buddies with all those guys.
Oh yeah.
We used to be neighbors.
That's cool.
And I said, they quit being lazy to change the sign. And
it just took off from
and then
there.
Sam, his son, was like, we gotta say something back. Usually we go back and forth around basketball season because they're Duke fans. ACC.
Yeah. Yep.
I like Carolina, so yeah. Usually it's about that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny how it took off the way it did, though, man.
It took off sick.
It's crazy how many businesses got involved, and I mean the beautiful thing for you is like it's free marketing out there. Because for me, I mean, I'm pretty sure most consumers, when they see one of those signs, the first thing they think about is Dank.
Yeah.
Anything is taco or nacho or this, that, and the third.
My name is in their mouth. It's everywhere.
Yep. So then it's just
Story in my
free marketing.
Yeah, it's funny. I think the second day of the sign war, I was in there eating lunch, and we were in there laughing. It was before it really got picked up by all the other businesses.
Yeah.
Because people were on the thread defending either Yanni's or Dank. So they were talking shit about one or the other one.
So they're getting personal.
Yeah, they were getting personal with it. Exactly. They were like, yep, they're so stupid. And then everybody else started chiming in. When everyone else started chiming in, it was a good thing because it really it kept it PG.
Yeah, that's true.
Because everybody was trying to gaslight it and make it like a thing. And me and Sam were like, nah. We weren't trying to like throw mud at each other. We were just trying to make it fun. And then when everyone else started chiming in, it gave it a really like PG spin, which I'm like, thank God it didn't get stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
we were.
You got churches involved and stuff like that. It's cool.
Hospital.
Man. The hospital. That's crazy. I didn't expect the hospital
The
to
power company.
get involved.
ETW down the road,
Yeah, the Charlotte Observer called me to pick it up.
That's cool.
Like local news.
Yeah, the local news. I saw it.
Colorado News Times. I had people from Arizona tell me they saw it. Missouri, Tampa.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. There's not a reason. Down the chat.
I was free press, baby. Free press.
Yeah, with Castle.
Yeah, Gaffers threw that on there. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's cool how that, it's cool how like just the random things go viral.
I didn't even notice it
Ironic.
a year ago. I went just.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me record this, man.
Everybody.
Some